everyone's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Played It Live, and this is Crossfire Crater Cove. We're kicking off a brand new season, and this one is going to be one of the best we've ever had. This is our 14th Faction War season. Let that sink in for a little bit. 14 seasons. That's like up there with the World Series and the NBA Championship. We've got an amazing group of players and look forward to doing this for you guys all the time. I am very, very excited about what's in store. So let's go right to it. You can see the brand new reset of all the teams. We got the schedule posted for you guys. Jet and VOX this week. We got Arc traveling to Sly next Wednesday. Then Sly comes back to Jet for a home game. And then we got VOX traveling to Arc. And the big question is, who is going to get out of the gates the fastest? And brand new items, brand new grenades that we haven't seen yet, brand new pets that are finally in play, and so many different strategies, whether it's a zombie or just something, a new combination of scoring. So let's start out with Sliver Sacrifice because we're going to get this game underway. We're not doing a bundle tonight because we do have brand new gear that we haven't played yet with the kick. So, we will do gear for you guys next week. We'll get back on our normal schedule of replenish and all of those things. But tonight really is going to be about focusing on getting our lineups, getting out on the field, and getting a fun, fast, and efficient game. You guys ready to go? Are you guys ready to do this? So let's start out with the Sliver Sacrifice. I'm going to spin that wheel. And, we like to do this for fun. Why don't you go ahead and leave in chat what you think is going to be tonight's sacrificial grenade. What is going to be tonight's sacrificial grenade? Leave it in chat, and let's see if you're right. And I don't always do this, but because it is the first game of the season, I'm going to give you a moon rock if you get it right. I'm going to give you a moon rock if you get it right. That might give you some incentive to start typing it in chat like right now. Got 5 more seconds to type it in. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2. All right, here we go. We're going to spin it. Good luck. Give you a chance at that first moon rock we're giving away this season. And we're going to sacrifice it's a sad grenade. Did anybody pick sad? Oh, looks like we did. Congratulations, Valar. Congratulations, Cat. Each getting a moon rock. All right, well done. All right, I need tonight's starting lineups. Trigger, Cat, Doc, Ron, Lexicon, Kel, Chad, and Jetty. Those are your 8 starters. Give me tonight's buffs. And then we will take you down to the field and let you know if VOX is going to defend their home ground tonight. There is no home field advantage being used tonight. I will never tell you in advance. And VOX has chosen to go first, which is normal. If I get the lineup in time, if they go anything other than first, usually I will tell you. But VOX has chosen to go first as the home team. All right, I see Trigger. I see Doc. I see Ron. I see Kel. Lexicon. Just need the Cardinal and Cat. All right, while we're waiting on Cardinal, I'm going to go ahead and take you down to the field so we start on time. And here is, I love this map. I love it. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. The home team, we got Father Ron down there. You can see him down there by the wall. He is Siege. He's also the captain. Father Ron will be followed by the Cardinal. Cardinal holding his Milo Sweet Tea over here in the DZ. After the Cardinal, we got Trigger. Trigger in the Saucer Zone. Trigger will be followed by Kel. Kel's in the Rover Zone. And Kel is the Siege and the captain. Kel's going to be followed by Cat. Cat is in the other Rover Zone. Cat will be followed by Jetty, making his debut. This is the first alien ever played. Jetty will be followed by Dr. Die over here in the DZ. And Dr. Die is going to be followed by last and definitely not least, coming back to Faction Wars, Lexicon. Remember, timers cannot be challenged. And speaking of timers, Father Ron, 20-second timer starts right now. Let's kick off season number 14, everybody. Season number 14. Play fast, play fun, and play efficient. All right, Father Ron coming out of the gates with Titus. That is his first Titan use. Remember, you only get a combination of 4 of those. Melting Kel's Masara. Negation Wand on Kel to get rid of Sleet Wand. Father Ron coming out of the gates with a wand as well. Remember the rules. I will read it, and I'll read it again, and then it automatically hits. Boss to Main Street, Seal, M7 Top Hat. Father Ron, Boss in 1. Cap in 3. M7 Top Hat to the wall. Titan Blast and sacrifice a Sad Grenade. And Ron getting 30 points for that Titan Blast because he played a Titan as well. Smart move. All right, Kel, I've read it once. Titus, Melt Masara, Negation Wand, Sleet Wand, Boss to Main Street, Seal, M7, Top Hat to the wall, Titan Blast, and sacrifice a Sad Grenade, and it does hit. Father Ron, Top Hat. We see you, Ron. How about a black block? And how about a green block to go right there with it? And because it hits Ron, go ahead and light that watchtower. All right. Let's move over to the Cardinal. Cardinal, 20-second timer. Oh, Cardinal says, going down to the Forge. Love it. Cardinal, down to the Forge. We'll see you in round 3. That'll be 2 blocks, 2 watchtowers, 2 straw men when we come back. Lethal combination. All right, let's go over to Trigger. Trigger, 20-second timer. Easily beats the timer. Some big moves coming out of VOX already. Very detailed. Get into Saucer. Go to Temple Steps. Trigger, first person to ever occupy Flying Saucer. Let's give Trigger a cannonball. VOX getting on the board again, learning how the point totals are working here. Trigger flying around to the Temple Steps. Immortal Grendel to the Haystack. Steal Kel's Needle. No need for you, Kel. Get that Grendel up there. I like the flow of the gameplay. You guys know this game, don't you? Seal, H5 Unforgiven to the wall. That'll be an H8. We know she's in the Saucer. Still get that E3 bonus. Duplex and sacrifice a Sad. Kel, I'm not seeing hits and waits. Hopefully you're with us. Get in the saucer, go to Temple Steps, Immortal Grendel to the haystack, steal a needle, seal, H5 Unforgiven to the wall, duplex, and sacrifice a sad, and it does hit. Two more blocks taken off the board. All right, let's go over to Kel. Kel, 20-second timer. We got Kel, Cat, Jetty, Doc, and Lexicon. Kel beats the timer. Get into Rover, move to their DZ. Kel, first person to ever occupy a Moon Rover. Let's give her a tire. Coming over there in Dr. Dye's world. Move over, Doc. Kel's got a Rover. Boss to the side chest with a seal. Kel playing boss in 1. Cap in 3. Sacrifice a sad, duplex, M7 snowstorm. Cat gonna prevent it. All right, Rover's good, movement's good, boss is good, seal is good. Snowstorm, Cat says, is no good. Sacrifice a sad and duplex. All within the timer. Speaking of Cat, let's go over to Team VOX. Cat, 20 seconds to get your move in. Cat beats the timer. Cat jumping in that Moon Rover. Let's give Cat a tire. They've unlocked a sentry gun for later rounds. They have a cannonball and a tire. Going to move their DZ. Boss to the side chest. Cat playing boss in 1. Cap in 3. Dropping a seal. S8 spade grenade going cross country. Sacrifice a sad and duplex. All right, read it once. Gets into Moon Rover. Moves to their DZ. Boss to the side chest in 1, cap in 3. Playing a seal. S8 spade grenade to the wall. Sacrifice a sad and duplex. And that S8 spade grenade does hit. This one's going to hit just a little bit harder because it's a spade grenade. Blue block. Blue block and 50% of a red block. VOX tearing up the walls early. All right, Zombie Jetty. Kel, attack or disable. Ron going to play Chromica. Ron, that is your second dragon use. You got 2 remaining. Dragons or Titans. Jetty going to attack. All right. The Jetty rules, everybody. First round. We know Jetty's going to take out a black block. So Jetty getting them on the board. We know Jetty's going to light a watchtower. We also know Jetty's going to light a straw man. Jetty's going to do a sliver sacrifice. And Jetty's going to play a steer. Notice, The team on the left side has a blue Titan. You guys see that? Let me know. Blue, yes. Team on the right side, the home team, has a red Titan. Visiting teams will always be blue. Home teams will be red. If you look at the top, the steer for the road team is white and blue. Steer for the home team are white and black. Jetty playing the first steer. And that's in round 1. All right. Let's go to Doc. Doc, final move of round 1 for Team VOX. 20 seconds. Oh my goodness. Doc beats the timer. Doc going to swipe Kel's Rover. Using a legendary, that's a 100-point play. First steal. 100-point theft, Doc. Colossal Kang to Main Street with a seal. Could be worth 73, Doc. E3 Milo to the Watchtower or the Rocket. Duplex, sacrifice is sad. I don't know about y'all, but looks like Vox got a hold of the How to Score in Faction Wars manual and started studying it. It's like that second Watchtower. And getting points for the Milo. Kel says it hits. And final move of round 1, Lexicon in the house. Lex, 20-second timer. Get in saucer, move to the temple. All right. Lexicon to the temple steps as well. Going to play steer. All right, Lexicon playing steer in round 1. Drop a seal. Duplex and sacrifice a spade. Or I'm sorry, sacrifice a sad. M7 spade to the wall, Ron. He says, wait. The saucer, let's give him a cannonball. Where's my trusty assistant, Julia, to say cannonball, tire? I think we lost her. I thought something was missing. All right, team halt. There it is. Cannonball. All right. We'll still make it M7 because she is in the, or I'm sorry, S6 because she is still in the saucer. So 2 green blocks, even with the halt. I'm sorry, I need a rules check because we haven't played this in a while. What's the total value of Team Halt? Sorry, guys, I got to ask. Is it 4 or 8? Where's my rules analyst, Dimes? 2 for player. All right, we're going to back that up. 2 per player, which is going to be a total of 8. So that means M7 makes it an M10. So she gets the equivalent of E2. We're going to take out 1 green block instead of 2. Glad I rule checked myself. All right, that is the end of round number 1, everybody. At the end of round number 1, we got a few things going down here. All right, Cat with a halo. Kel with a halo. Doc with a halo. VOX has a DZ advantage, which means we're going to put out this one straw man. Straw man are going to be 0 to 0. VOX 25 to 0 on the DZ. Neither player occupying a temple. Nobody went after the fire to put it out. Temple stays unoccupied. Slivers, 25-25. Let's remove a blessing from each team sliver. All right, that's the end of round number 1. Y'all ready to do this again? Let's go, Ron. Round number 2, 20-second timer. Both of the steer advanced to the red moon at the end of the round. Blue moon is available. All right, Ron says I'm going to play needle to the haystack. All right, and we know Trigger's got a Grendel out there. So Ron playing needle. Ron, needle in 2. Cap in 3. Pet Repel S6 Grizzly to the wall with MD8. All right, red at once. Needle to the haystack. Pet Repel, S6 Grizzly to the wall, MD8. It hits. Ron taking down 50% of a red block and taking down a red block as well. 2 red blocks remaining. All right, we'll skip over Cardinal because he's at the forge. Trigger, we're going to you. 20-second timer. Trigger going to play Cosmic Alina to her DZ. That is an Occupy. I'm going to put it right there. Pink Smoke, F5 Spade to the wall with Sliver ability. All right, sliver ability, and it is duplexed. Kick that sliver up to 39. All right, Alina to the DZ is good. Pink smoke is good. Spade grenade is a 5. The pink smoke, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kel, it hits. All right, gold bar for trigger. First wall of the night goes over to Team VOX. Big hit by trigger. All right, speaking of Kel, 20-second timer Kel. Team VOX is definitely more thorough with their moves tonight. It is definitely noticeable. We got Team Jet. Will find creative ways to score. Kel going to play the Harvest Wand. Green wand's off the board. Guess what else is off the board? That green block is off the board. Colossal Kang to her boss, Pet Repel. $73 if it caps. E1 Milo and sliver ability. That is duplexed as well. All right, Slight Rocket number 2. Ron says it hits. And it's giving the points for the Milo. All right, let's go over to Cat. 20-second timer Cat. We have Cat, Jetty, Doc, and Lexicon. Beats the timer. Needle to the haystack. Pet Repel. H9 Spade to the wall with sliver ability. Another needle out. Cat. Need in 2. Cap in 3. Pet Repel. Sliver ability. It is duplexed. And H9 Spade from the Rover. All right, one more time. Needle to the haystack. Pet Repel. H9 Spade with mass destruction. Sliver ability. It does hit. Sorry, that is a fresh wall. That is a fresh wall because Trigger did get the other 2 blocks down. Second wall, a little stronger. But it is an H9 Spade. Cat still taking down the first 2 blocks. Little muscle there with the wall. All right, Kel. Zombie Jetty. Last chance to either attack or disable. After round 2, you can no longer disable. Jetty going to attack. Now round 2. Jetty goes for the walls. We know that in round 2. Jetty taking out 2 blocks. A blue and a blue. Jetty also adds 25 point with that attack because he attacked with an Olga. How did he get a hold of an Olga? Mythic Kang to the boss. That's 63. All right. 2 blocks, 25 points, and plays a Mythic Kang. Jetty, the scoring machine. Going to be a crowd favorite. All right, Doc, final move in round 2 for Team VOX. Let's go. Where you at, Doc? Did not beat the timer. Did beat the nerf timer. All right, we got Doc. Red Steer to Blue Moon. Pink Smoke. F5 Sweet Tea to the Flame. And Sliver ability. So we know that's duplexed. So start with the Red Steer. We got VOX's first steer in play. Red Steer to the Moon. Pink Smoke. F5 Sweet Tea to the Temple. All right, and it hits. Let's give her the Sweet Tea points. Let's remove the Temple Flame. And let's go over to Lexicon. Final move of round 2. 20 seconds Lexicon. Easily beats the timer. Colossal Kang to side boss. Pet Repel. Absorption. Milo to the Temple with Sliver ability. Got another duplex. All right, get the Kang out. That is a good call, Doc. We'll get you in a second. It's a new season, right? I knew it was going fast. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Pet Repel and Absorption. Ron does say it hit. So because it is a Milo to the Temple, Milos will not put out the flame. And it was designated as Temple, not Watchtower. So we'll give the points for the Milo, but it does fizzle because it does not extinguish the flame. All right, so before the end of the round, let's get some X's and O's. Team VOX, you had 5. That is a combination, because they all hit, of throws and hits. So you currently have all 5 windows closed. All right, I'll get you Team Jet. Team Jet also has 5 because of Jetty's ability. So each team in 2 rounds has all 5 Dragon Castle windows closed. Good job. And thank you for that challenge, Doc. All right, that's the end of round number 2. At the end of round number 2, we finally got an occupant in the temple, and that would be Trigger. Trigger and her saucer moving into the temple. And we do get a blessing. Into DZ. Cat. Kel. Doc. And Alina's occupying. Does not get PCP DZ points, but does count as an occupy. But VOX does have control, which means they will light a straw man. Five to 0 in the straw man. All right, Kangs, we're going to remove 1 sliver halo from each team. I've got Jet getting 53. I got VOX getting 67. End of the round. Gonna move those 2 forward. We're gonna move that one forward. Blue moon available. Could have been another red moon played. Or not a red moon played, but there could have been another one played on the blue to advance. Could cap our first steers this time around. All right. Before we start round 3, Father Ron, your boss is going to cap 73-point Kang is going to cap. Our first flag of the game. Ron, let's kick off round number 3, 20 seconds. Ron beats the timer. He says, let's go with Chuck Norris. All right, Ron playing his Titan. Now here's what Nora's going to do. Going to kick off that crown, which means there is no force field. And then it's going to double kick to deduct the value of that Titan. Wicked Colossal Kang to Cat's boss. Could be worth 83 if it caps. And that is going to kick back Lexicons back to her hand. So Lexicon has no Kang out, but can replay it if they choose to. Pink Smoke, F5 Gamut to the steer. And Ron going to do a kick himself. So the Titan has been kicked 3 times now. All right, read it once. I'll go through again. All right. Gamut will not hit 2 steer. Because Gamut requires specialty grenades. So Ron, you can throw Gamut at the steer, but then you have to throw it at a different target. Because for tonight, actually, in fact, you can't throw it at a different target. Gamut requires the whole limited grenade. Limited grenade does not have an effect. So, F5 Gamut to one of the steer, not both of those. All right? And I'll read it again. Norris hits. Wicked Colossal Kang hits. It bounces. Ron plays the Pink Smoke, and he plays F5 Gamut Grenade to the steer. And we'll play it on either one, doesn't matter, because they're both going to cap at the same time. And it does take 2 hits to kill a steer. So this one has been hit 1 time. I will allow you to change to a different limited grenade. So it does have to be a specialty grenade. So give me another one. You don't have to use the Gamut. But it still is to that target. All right, which grenade you want to play? This is for inventory purposes only. Ron? And again, next week, this will change. There will be a small bucket of grenades that will only be able to be used with steer. A very small selection. But because I didn't post that, I'm allowing you guys to use different things tonight. But think Smash Face, a steer smasher. Ron? You with us? Hello, Ron? Can you guys hear me? It's like we're taking a while to respond to some of these things. And Kel still has not picked hits or weight. Maybe she will by the end of the night. Grizzly is not a specialty grenade, Ron. It has to be a specialty grenade. Something that has an effect. A sweet tea, an oracle, a top hat. Those things. All right, I got to move the game on. I've been waiting 5 minutes to get a replacement. I should just let the gamut hit. All right, we're moving on. All right, let's go over to Chad. Chad coming out of Grizzly is not a specialty grenade, Ron. You're only hearing about half what I'm saying. It has to be something that has an effect, like a sweet tea, a Milo, a specialty grenade, something that does something, a top hat, an oracle. I think you might be lagging. Milo. All right. Steer is not dead, and Kel, you're late responding as well. It hit 5 minutes ago. Whew, I don't know what's going on, y'all. So Steer has been hit one time with a Milo. All right. Steer has to be hit twice with a specialty grenade to die. Can everybody give me a 999 if you understand that? 2 times with a specialty grenade. The second time it's hit, it'll die. All right. The list of grenades that will hit Steer will change after tonight. I made it easier tonight to hit it because I did not announce it. All right, good. We got it. Perfect. All right, Chad coming out of the temple. Before he comes out of the temple, 2 blocks. Blue block and a red block. 2 watchtowers. Watchtower number 3 and watchtower number 4. And 2 straw men. So we'll put out that straw man. That'll be one of his uses. And then he'll get a second one. All right, now Chad, now that you've done that, it's your turn. 20-second timer, round 3. Move to the DZ, Boston Main Street. Beats the timer. Put Chad in the DZ. Boston Main Street. Chad playing boss in 3. Cap in 5. Seal and absorption. Got Chad and Cat both in the DZ. Sweet tea to the temple and sliver ability. This one is not duplexed. Ron says, wait. I got you, Ron. Gold blue from Trigger. All right, not letting him put out the Temple Flame. First blue of the game. Gold blue. Gold will take out his absorption. All right, speaking of Trigger. Triggering the flying saucer. 20-second timer trigger. Yes, Ron, your needle did cap at the beginning of round 3. All right, trigger gets her move in. Ron's needle is off the board. All right, let's go to trigger's move. Needle to the haystack. Dragon smoke to the bomber zone. All right, needle is good. Trigger playing needle. In 3, cap in 4. F4 spade to the wall with kick. Kel was quick on the hits because she knows that dragon smoke to the bomber zone is going to fizzle. No one has sieged the bomber zone. I will actually, because I'm a little slow tonight too. Kel did siege the DZ. And Cat is rover, not siege. All right. Actually, I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to stay consistent because teams do have to know where the opposing team plays. What is over Ron's head is just a dust smoke. That's the place for it. But no one has sieged the bomber zone. So I am going to charge trigger a dragon smoke, even though someone has sieged the DZ. Whether it's highlighted or not on the map, the teams still have to know what the other team is doing. All right, needle to the haystack is good. Dragon smoke fizzles. F4 spade grenade to the wall with kick. Kel says it hits. That is going to be another kick to the Titan. Titan has been kicked 4 times. And the spade does hit. It is a low rage spade, even though we've got mass destruction. Get a green block out of it. And the move is in. Not hurting that wall with an F4. Good grenade. Wait. Sorry. I got to give her saucer bonus. Trigger knows what she's doing. She got that saucer. There we go. Take out another block because she's got that E3 working beside her name. Well done. All right, let's go over to Kel. Before Kel's turn, we are going to cap 2 of those Kangs. Remember, 1 got bounced back. But still 136 points in Kangs. We're also going to cap a boss. Bosses are even. At 1-1. All right, Kel, we'll go over to you. 20-second timer. Emo Grendel, Dragon Smoke to the tower. Milo to the rocket and mass destruction. I like Milo to the rocket instead of Watchtower. Seems like it's easier for y'all to type. Or Castle. All right, let's get an Emo Gran out there. Got 2 Grendels. We got Trigger's Grendel. And we got Kel's Grendel. Dragon Smoke to the tower. Get that E2 Milo. The points for the Milo, and also get tower number 5. All right, and Ron, let it hit. Grendel Smoke, Milo, and mass destruction. Let's go over to, before we go to Cat, we're going to cap Cat's Needle. We're also going to cap Ron's Kang. 73. We're also going to cap Cat's Boss. Points are adding up. Twenty-second timer. Cat. Voyage with Smash Face to the wall. Steer to the moon. T10 Spade to the wall and kick. Oh, now you're seeing the value of points. All right. Legendary with Smash Face. That is going to take this lunar capsule and hit the wall. Because she's playing a Smash Face, she's going to get a Wave Award. Also take out 3 blocks. Non-preventable. 1, 2, and 3. Going to play Steer to the Moon. Blue Moon is placed. Round 3 Steer. And T10 Spade to the wall. Chad says, no way. Chad, prevent that sucker. Voyage is good. Wave Award. Steer is good. Spade is stopped. And Cat is going to kick with the ability. Titan is down to 50 points over on the Jet side. Titan is almost exhausted. Down to 0 with the next one. All right, Jetty is going to attack. It's time for Jetty to make his mark once again. Jetty going with a 2 Watchtower attack. That's number 6. And number 7. Jetty also lighting a straw man. Straw man number 2. and he would kick the enemy Titan. But why will he not kick the enemy Titan? Leave it in chat. He's still wearing a crown. Y'all are setting the greatest alien in the history of the game up for failure. He was waiting for someone to remove the crown. He's like, do I got to do all the heavy lifting for this team by myself? Jetty is an all-pro. He's an all-star. And y'all leave the crown on. Slowing him down. Slowing him down. All right. Jetty. And final move of the first half for Team VOX. Dr. Dye, show us a little something. Dr. Dye beats the timer. She's going to send Boss over to that side chest. Dr. Dye playing Boss in 3. We'll cap that in 5. Dragon Smoke to the DZ. F5 Sad to the spear. And to the steer and a kick. All right. Boss is good. Dragon Smoke to the DZ. That will get rid of that dim Dragonstone. Doc got the right target. Kel says wait. They're going to play kick. Kick is going to finish off the Jet Titan. That is a minus 300. That's 300 points that they would have gotten. And now they're going to get 0. Jetty going to prevent that sad grenade. All right. Dr. Dye got prevented. All right, and last but not least, Lexi. 20-second timer, last move of the first half. Beats the timer. Lexicon going Boss to side chest. Playing Boss in 3, cap in 5. Jet making their move. Dragon Smoke to the DZ. S8 Maximon to the wall with mass destruction. Ron says wait. All right. And Jet, the Dragon Smoke you're playing to your DZ is going to fizzle as well. And the reason is because Ron is the siege, not Cat. Because Ron has the S and Ron's still in the bomber zone, Cat is in the DZ, but it never dimmed the Dragonstone. Only the siege player can dim Dragonstones. So Boss is good. Dragon Smoke fizzles. S8 Maximon to the wall. Ron's going to play Immortal Blue. Second blue of the game. Immortal Blue will break Lexicon's absorption and shield and seal. Both. But take no damage. And that, everybody, is the end of the first half. Captains, give me your subs. Trigger with another Halo. We got DZ is 0-0. Cardinal will get a halo. Cat will get a third halo. Kel will get a third halo. And Doc will get a third halo. Alina is gone. Passive Pets, going at halftime. Following players going to lose. Elevation. Cat loses her Pet Repel and her Seal. Chad loses both. Doc loses Seal. Kel, Seal, Pet Repel. We're going to remove a Sliver Blessing from both teams. VOX with another 67. Jet with 60. Zombie coming in for Cat. Rover gone. Sir Tim coming to the castle. Well, a great place for someone named Sir Tim to be, right? Sir Tim is at the castle. I like it. Busy coming in for the Cardinal. Crimson going to the Ozone. Lexicon losing her saucer. Trigger losing her saucer, but keeping her Seal. The Temple is open territory for either team. Doc losing Kel's Rover. Was fun while it lasted. All right, we're getting ready to start second half. How y'all feeling about Crater Cove so far? 3 rounds in. Liking it? Liking the gameplay? The flow? Who's watching that wish they could be playing tonight? All right, so the order for the second half is going to be Ron, Busy, Trigger, Kel, Zombie Vox. And it is round 4 for regular zombies. So Zombie Vox will go after the wall. Jetty, Alien Jetty. Doc, Lexicon, Sir Tim, and Crimson. That is going to be the order for the second half. All right. Let's start this thing off with Father Ron. 20-second timer, Ron. Going to use Mom to turn Kel to an engineer. Going to play Pirate. Pirate means that this capsule cannot be released until Pirate is killed. So Busy thought she was going to release it. Got to kill Pirate first. Thrill Smoke, Grizzly to the wall with Duplex. All right, again, I'm going to read them twice. Second time it hits. Kel, you're an engineer. All right, hold up. Before I do that, I do have to cap one more thing. Steers. 2 steers capped at the end of round 3 for Team Jet. So we know that's 250 points. We had a steer progress and another steer progress. So we've got 2 VOX steer still on the moons. One would cap in 4, one would cap in 5, technically. All right. Engineer's good. Pirate's good. S8, S9, Grizzly to the wall, and it hits. Ron, depleting his Grizzly supply. Red block, 50% of a red block, Ron. 1.5 red remaining on the second wall. Team VOX. All right, let's go over to Busy. Busy, welcome to the game. 20-second timer, Busy. Timer is up. Nerf timer is up. Do we have Busy? All right, beats the second penalty timer. Busy. Talon Lexicon to the temple. Seal, sacrifice a sad. Duplex, absorption. Inferno to the straw man, and it hits. All right. Light up straw man number 3. She did play the absorption. The kickback from the straw man does take out her absorption. All right, let's go over to Trigger. 20-second timer, Trigger. Triggers, she gets a little more time because her needle caps. All right, before Trigger's turn, let's cap that needle. Needle number 3. And now let's give her timer. And she beats it. Mortal Kang to the side chest. That would be a Colossal Kang. But I get what you're saying. 73 if it caps. Torment to Kel. Let the nerfs begin. M7 summoning to the wall with Conjure. All right. Read it again. Immortal Colossal Kang to the side chest. Torment to Kel. M7 summoning grenade to the wall with Conjure. Conjure will add 10 points to that grenade. It'll make it equivalent to an Elmo because it hits. Summoning is going to bring out a gold orbital. And Trigger, looking like an all-star tonight. How about second? I don't know what that means. Colossal Kang, Torment, M7 summoning, and Trigger gets the gold bar. Second gold bar of the night. Let's reset the wall. 2 walls are down for Team VOX. All right. Let's go over to Kel. Kel, 20-second timer. Move to their DZ. Red Steer, Titan Smoke. Milo to the rocket. And kick. I've read it once. Move to their DZ. Red Steer. Titan Smoke. E3 Milo to the watchtower. And kick. It hits. Kel has Torment Smoke, which means she cannot play the E3, which means the Milo, she'll get the points for the Milo, but it will not light a watchtower because she's tormented. That was a sneaky last-minute torment there. Trigger. We will get the steer out. And we will get the Titan Smoke. And we'll get a kick. Movement's good. Pet's good. Titan Smoke's good. Milo hits the ground. They get the points. And kick is good. All right, Zombie VOX has to attack. Ron, you get a choice of a boss or a needle. All right, Ron playing needle in 4, cap in 5. And taking down 2 zombie blocks. All right, Kel. I'm liking this. We got zombie and then we got Jetty. Jetty, round 4. We'll take out 2 wall blocks. Red block and a red block. Oh, so close. Mythic Gideon. Minus 28. And Kel, you can type attack just for Jetty, just so we know. And round 4, Jetty Spaghetti. All new legendary. Next to enemy players, get spaghetti arms and deal half damage. Yeah, you are right. So, no needle. But we take out Kel's Grendel. It's a good call. Emo Grendel is gone. The only Grendel on the board is Triggers. But Vox has no needle in play. Thank you for that. Kel should have challenged that one because that would hurt her worse than it would hurt you. All right, so board is clear up there except for Triggers Grendel. All right. Jetty's attack has went through, and the next 2 players will get Jetty Spaghetti. Coolest legendary ever, in my opinion. All right, Doc, you got spaghetti arms. 20 seconds, Doc. DZ Portal. Says, that's my pirate. Doc says, pirate. Take a walk. Because I put that there just so I could release the portal. Nice capsule. Nice move, Doc. Doc. Smash facing it. However, that's the only thing you can do. Cat was able to do more earlier because she used a legend to do it. So, Doc, no Rage, St. Olga, no Renew, no Needle. So if you can type inventory team, no St. Olga. Three blocks, non-preventable. Doc's like going to the bank. She's like, 3 blocks ain't enough for you, Doc? She's like, I want 3 blocks. I want 25 points. I want to light that watchtower. I got it. I got it. Doc, come on. You're scoring a whole team score in 1 round. All right. Green block. Blue block. And blue block. All right, Lexicon, you're up. 20-second timer, Lexicon. Beat the timer. Red Grendel to the haystack. Seal and Thrill. All right. Lexicon has a grin out. H9 Maximon to the wall with a kick ability. Ron's like, I still got a lot of things I can do as a captain. And I think Kel's waiting on Nixie to come back and start calling hits and waits for her. Trigger. I'm going to Judas that to the wall. I knew that would wake her up. All right, Kel, you got a Judas. Kel says wait. How about you Judas it back? You think that's a Judas? This is a Judas. Ron, we got the double Judas. Ron said, I'm going to pull my zombie in here and let him use the prevention. All right. That Maximon is shut down, but the kick does go through. Another kick. To the Vox Titan. All right, let's go to Sir Tim. Hanging out by the Dragon Castle, Sir Tim, 20 seconds. Sir Tim and then Crimson. Easily beats the timer. Going to turn into a priest. Mythic Kang to the side chest. Could be worth 63 if it caps. Seal, S8 Maximon, Duplex, and Sacrifice a Sad. All right. I'll read it again. Turn to a priest. Mythic Kang. Seal. S8 Maximon. To the wall. Duplex and sad. And we wait. That was about as close as you can get. Mortal Blue from Lex. First blue gone. For Team Jet. Mortal Blue will hit Sir Tim for 40% of his health. Take him down to 60%. Up, he's going to max absorb. Let's keep him at 100 using that max absorb. All right, Crimson. 20-second timer from the ozone. How's the air up there? Beats the timer. Crimson going to play a steer to the moon. Blue moon is full. Seal, M7 spade, sad, and duplex. All right, steer to the moon is good. Seal is good. M7 spade is good. Sacrifice is sad. And we got to get the damage. Let's give Crimson a gold bar. Good job, Crimson. Taking down the remainder of that wall. And we will reset it. Jet right back in it. Wall should be 2-1. All right, we're going to move on to round number 5. But before we do, we're going to cap a VOX steer. And we're going to move their next one to the Titan moon. And these two steers are both going to go to the red moon. Lexicon. Occupying the temple. Busy with a halo. Doc. Fourth halo. Kel. Fourth halo. And we got a advantage. Jet 25-0 in the DZ. They will light a straw man. Let's remove. Blessing from each team. Check one thing real quick. All right, we got Jet with 25 points in the straw man. Four straw man lit. You can see the walls. You know the flags. We will cap some more flags. I feel like Jet might have missed a big opportunity in round 3 or 4. But we're just getting our feet wet, right? Let's kick off round 5. Father Ron, take it over to you. 20-second timer. Round 5. Ron going to play a steer. See if he can progress it. Torment over to Lex. T10 Grizzly to the wall, and Sliver ability is duplexed. Kick that up to 81. All right, we'll read it again. Steer, Torment, Sliver ability, and T10 Grizzly. Hits. Ron loading them up. Blue block, red block. Great juice, decent grenade. Standard. Couple more blocks for Ron. Busy, you're up. Busy B. 20 seconds. Busy beats the timer. Busy turning into a priest. Kang to the side chest. Light a rocket with Milo and E1. Busy, do we have a color for that Kang? Actually, we didn't announce it. Remember the rules. If you have a upgraded pet and you don't announce it, it counts as standard. I'll give it to you on this one, but remember, everybody, we rolled that out last season. Your job to type in the type of Kangs that you have. I'm going to give her the gold Kang just as a reminder to all players this season. Got it? All right. Gold Kang. $55 if it caps. Hits with an Elmo. And we'll light that rocket, which is rocket number 8. Hendrix is like, all you had to do was call me. All right, Busy Bee. Gets her move in. Trigger, let's go over to you. 20-second timer. Did not beat the timer, did beat the nerf timer. Skull to Kel, Sickness to Crimson. S8 Spade to the wall with MD8. Sickness Smoke to Crimson. By the way, both sentry guns are lit up this round. Sentry guns are available in the castle. Yes, Chad's boss did cap. Chad's boss did cap on Busy's turn. Skull to Kel, Sickness Smoke to Crimson. Kel, intervene Grenade. Lexicon, intervene Scold. I see Rocket in the house. Wait, who's going to recruit Rocket? We got like 4 teams represented here. And Kel, you cannot intervene because you are an engineer. So, what's the plan B? Busy prevent. All right, we got busy prevent and Lexicon intervene. Shuts them both down. All right, Kel, we'll go over to you. 20 seconds. Beats the timer. Gold Orbital. Seal and Thrill. S8 Dracarys to the tower with Lantern and Conjure. You had a reminder, Ron, didn't you? Orbital's good. Seal and Thrill's good. Dracarys will light the Dragon Castle. And that's 100 points for Goddard. And we are going to remove 2 Sliver Blessings from Team VOX because of it. And she does get the points for the Conjure. Ron, Zombie VOX. Two towers or two blocks. And a Kang, Gideon, or Orbital. All right, Kang and towers. Number 3 and number 4. And a gold Kang. All right, Zombie VOX. All right, Kel. Jetty lights 2 watchtowers. Two straw men or 2 blocks. What would you like? And you get a choice of Mythic Orbital or Mythic Watcher. Watchtower, straw man, or blocks. You got 4 straw man lit. So you can light 2 more. And you have 8 watchtowers lit. You can light 1 more. All right, light 2 more straw men. And can you give me a pet? Mythic Orbital, Mythic Watcher. And print out the guide for Jetty so you can know what Jetty's going to do in round 5 and round 6. All right, going with Mythic Watcher. All right, we put a Watcher on the board, Team VOX. And it will go right there. And we'll give Jet the points. All right. Doc, before your turn. Looks like a lot of points. $191 points. In Kangs. And a third flag. 20 seconds, Doc. We got Doc, Lexicon, Sir Tim, and Crimson. Beats to timer. All right. Red Blaze to a straw man. Torment Busy. S6 Olga to the Rocket with Renew. Read it once. I'll read it again. Red Blaze to a straw man. Torment Busy. S6 Olga to the Rocket and Renew. They all hit. Busy's tormented. Red Blaze will fizzle. Red Blaze only lights straw men. You don't have control of the straw men, so you can't put it out with a blaze. It thaws walls and lights straw men. S6 Olga to the Rocket and Renew. Renew is going to lower mass destruction by 10 for Team Jet. You did pay the fee in order to light over the Watcher. You do get the points for Olga. And let's go over to Lexicon. For Lexicon's turn. Let's cap the final boss of the day. And let's cap that Kang. That is a 55-point Kang. And bosses end up even 3-3. 20-second timer Lexicon. Easily beats the timer. Scold to Dr. Die. Thrill Smoke, F5 Spade to the wall, and Conjure. Ron says wait. Lexicon will get an absorption for the Scold. All right. Now, because Lexicon is tormented, let me make sure that that torment is current. It is. Ron played torment, so the F5 spade, no juice on it, to be a regular spade to the wall. Ron, do you still want sonar? No juice on the grenade. All right. We'll have a thrill smoke, but it'll be S1. Ron is not using it. So we're going to have the equivalent of an S1, and we will take out just the black block. Ron saving a sonar because of the torment. Torment is now gone. Tim preventing the scold. Conjure points will still count. Sir Tim, you're up. Final move for VOX in round 5. 20 seconds. Going to jump into Sentry Gun. Torment Crimson. H9 spade to the wall with sliver. It is duplexed. All right, again, gets into Sentry Gun. Kel says wait. Torment to Crimson. H9, so that's going to be a 9, 10, 11. S11 spade from Sir Tim. Mythic Dark Blue from Crimson. Second blue of the game. Each team has one remaining. All right, and final move in round 5. Crimson, you are tormented. Give us your 20-second move. Timer is up. Crimson's going to get in the turret gun. Red Skull to Dock. Unholy the Torment. Nice move to get rid of the Torment, because it is not resolved yet. And H9 spade to the wall with sliver ability. Ron says wait. Prevention Scold, Immortal Sonar from Ron. All right, Scold does not hit Doc. Crimson does still get an absorption for it. Ron going to use Emo Sonar, one of his sonars. That'll make it an S6. Equivalent to an S6 Red Eye. S6 Red Eye damage equivalent after the sonar. And that is after their mass destruction has been removed, because they did renew some of their mass destruction. Take out 2 green blocks. All right, that is the end of round number 5. We got one more round to go. At the end of the round, Lexicon getting a blessing. VOX losing their last sliver ring. Still alive, because they had one at the end of the round. VOX with 95 points this round. Jet, 74. Strawman, Jet. Looking like 100 points. It's been a while since we started adding those up. Jet with 100, VOX 0. Also, Jet did get a torch award for lighting up the 6th. Torch award for Jet as well. Don't think anybody is currently tormented. No one is tormented. Let's give out a couple of the halos. Kel with 6. Sorry, 5. Doc with 5. Busy with 2. At the end of the round, VOX getting another steer. That's their second. We're going to move these steers forward. We got 2 steers moving forward from Team Jet. Moving also this other VOX one up to the Red Moon. It's possible we can get through the Blood Moon. Final round, we got Dragon Storm, everybody. Both teams qualify. E3 added to all attacks. Father Ron, you're up. 20-second timer. This round to go fast and furious. Captains, be ready. Hits or wait. I'm going to read it fast. Orcus to Strawman. Max Seal to Die. H9, Spade, and Conjure. I've read it once. Orcus to Strawman. Max Seal to Die. H9, Spade to the wall with Conjure. Kel says wait. Orcus cannot be prevented, by the way, so that will, the splash is not a damage, so it will take out one of those straw men. H9 spade makes it equivalent to a S12. Jetty going to prevent it. All right, Busy, your final move, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Again, I'll read it fast. Captains. Ron challenging that Jetty has used a prevention. Kel's like, it's like possibly my house is leaking. Crimson used unholy, Doc. Calm down, Vox. Calm down. You're 1 for 2. All right, Crimson going to prevent it. All right, back to Busy. Skull to Doc. Ron says it hits. Skull is going to light up Watchtower number 9. Busy with a 9 award. Milo to the Rocket. It'll fizzle. Torment to Trigger. And a kick. Trigger, you're up. And tormented. 20 seconds. Beats the timer. Orcus to Strawman. Super Thrill. T10 Mega Blast with Berserk. So we will douse one of those straw men. Can't be prevented. Kel says wait. Immortal Blue. Final blue of the game. Team Jet. Mortal Blue will take out Trigger's Absorption and take out her seal. Kel, I'm going to backtrack because Trigger cannot use T10. So, you can still use the Immortal. She will get the Super Thrill. So, it would still be a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She does not get the S15 Rage Award, though, because she can't play the T10. So stay with the blue or go with the S7 instead of the S17. All right, stay with it. She's going to use it. Trigger is no longer tormented. And Kel shuts it down. Kel, you're up. 20-second timer. Did not beat the timer. Did not beat the nerf timer. Move to the temple steps. Mythic Gideon, Super Thrill, T10 Maximon to the wall. With E3 on top of it, Ron. All right, read it once. Move to temple. Ron says wait. That is a 10, 11, 12, 13. S13, 14, 15, 16. S16. Ron, red, blue. All teams are out of blues now. Dr. Dye playing the red, blue. Kel, losing her seal. Ron, zombie VOX. 2 straw man or 1 tower. Looks like you can play an orbital. Ron going to take out 2 of the straw man. Unlight that one and unlight that one. And we'll give him a gold orbital. All right, Jetty. Kel round 6. Jetty phone home. Can't play a pet. We'll take out 2 wall blocks and we'll freeze Vox's wall. Ouch. All right, Vox, your wall's frozen. Jetty's taking out 2 of his own. That's diabolical. Dr. Dye, you're up. Tammy, write this down. Cumulative attack. I'll let you know what that means in a little bit. Doc beats the timer. Dune to Strawman. There you go. That's the one you wanted. Rad Rage, Blind Date, Tonic, Spade to the wall with Berserk. Dune can be prevented because it's not a splash. But Dune to Strawman, Rad Rage, Rage Tonic, Spade with Berserk. Kel hits her wait. Kel says wait. All right. We get a 25-point delay of game. Team Jet. She said wait, and then she said hits. Dune takes out one of the straw men. Doc Die going with Rad Rage. Six, 7, 10. Spade to the wall. Now, that's a great attack, Doc. One problem. Jetty froze the wall. So it didn't matter if you were Rage 100. Wasn't going to break that ice block. Jetty's a beast. All right, let's go over to Lexicon. Lexicon, you're up. Gold Gideon, Super Thrill, T10 Mega Blast, Ron. Medic Red Sonar. Kel gonna add Intalio. Oh, we finally get a dragon. Or a Titan. First one of the night. For Team Jet. Some missed opportunities there with some really good items I know they have. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18. There's another one. It can be played because that will add score onto the end. So it is not 2 double DIs. Half of the damage will be diverted. However, S16, not quite the Junkyard Dog because of the red emo is going to take that from 16 down to 12. Still a good hit. But half that damage will be diverted to Doc. Blue block and a red block. All right. Cumulative effects. We're not going to do the final move. We had 2 more moves. However, these items will now play out. If we get to round 6, sliver scores will count. We will project those to the end of the game. We will not cap bosses. We will not cap Kang. So, for example, if we end a game with the third player, bosses and Kangs are individual to people. Steer cap at the end of the round. Steer will always cap at the end of the game. Anything that is in a Titan moon will cap. Both those Titan steer will cap. Also, the slivers will cap as well. So, Dimes, you got that? Cumulative scoring, steer and slivers will cap. No matter whether the first player goes in round 6 or the sixth player goes in round 6. All right. Good game, everybody. Good game. We're going to calculate the totals. DZ points, straw man, those things will not project out. Just steer and slivers. So we've got 2 steer for Team Jet. Looks like they capped 4. It's a pretty good score. 4 steers, 500 points. Also, VOX, no sliver points in round 6 because they had no rings left. Jet, another 74. Titan King, VOX, 150 points for their Titan King. Jet, 0. A lot of kicking going on. And let's take a look at these blessings. Got 2 more for Jet. And funny thing, we got 2 more for VOX. VOX had exactly 1 more wall. All right. I think it's going to be a pretty tight game, everybody. Good game by both teams. We'll be back in a little bit, and I'll tell you who won. All right, everybody, we are back, and I told you guys these games are going to be nail biters. They're going to be close. You're never out of it. And when you see the way some of the scoring happens, whether it's Titan Kings or some of the other stuff, you'll realize that points, all about these points. Here we go. Let's start out with Flag, 600, 600. Vox, Walls, 850. Jet, 550. Strawman, Jet, 140. Vox, 5. Kangs, Vox, 337. Jet, 191. Needles, big advantage to Vox, 300. Jet, 0. Siege and Occupy, 0, 0. But Jet right back in at 325 with Watchtowers to 125. DZ, 50-50. Timers, minus 30 for both. Just the first block, we had 2237 to 1826. Slight advantage to Vox, 400 points. But let's get into PCP. We also added the steers to that. PCP, we had a gold bar, cannonball, tire, torch award, 9 award, 75 PCP DZ points. We had Goddard and 500 points in steers. That's 850 for Team Jet. On the other side, 2 gold bars, cannonball, tire, wave award. A theft by Dr. Die, 100 points. 75 points for PCP DZ and 250 points in steers. 600 for Vox. Jet right back in it, only down a couple hundred points. We get to extras. Extras ended up being 139 points. When you add the slivers to that, 318, 462. Vox didn't get slivers in the final part. Their extras plus slivers, we had 394. That means Jet actually won the extras as well. Total ended up being, we still got one more category to add, 32-31 to 31-38, but we did have the Titan King as well. We add that to Vox's score, so we get a total of 33-81 Vox, 31-38 Jet. Congratulations, Vox. Jet, Kel had a lot going on tonight. She missed a lot of stuff that she normally doesn't miss. No cyborg, a couple other things. But still played a heck of a game in night number 1. And how about Jetty? Jetty is fierce, isn't he? Great game, Vox. Good win at home. Jet, you definitely held your head up high in this one, though. This was a good one. So I feel like even when you're on the road, it had to feel like a win. And if you guys don't know the history, Kel was dealing with some flooding. But she can't really stop the rain, so you might as well play. And, you know, I just want to say this. A lot of people, not a lot of people, some people find excuses not to play. Kel finds excuses to play. It's like, what can I do about the weather? It's going to rain whether I'm playing or I'm not playing. So it's a good point. But great game tonight. And if you guys enjoyed it, if you like the new map, leave a comment down below or say, 999 or I had a blast and I can't wait for the next game. You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.